Courtney having a baby.
Hi guys, my name's Courtney and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. This is my 38-week bump date. Today I am 38 weeks pregnant. One of the pregnancy apps that I've been using for baby size guide said last week that baby is the size of a watermelon, and it basically says that she's the size of a watermelon until she's born, which I'm not opposed to, because if she's going to get bigger than a watermelon, ouch. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who commented on my last video. For those of you who haven't seen it, it is called Did My Waters Just Break? I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. And it was last week, exactly on 37 weeks, I thought my waters broke and the midwives thought my waters broke. So if you haven't seen that video, I will link it down below for you. Your comments were very helpful and encouraging, and I really appreciate it. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I will go into my symptoms now, and my first symptom for this week is leg cramps. This symptom has kind of been on and off throughout the third trimester, and it hasn't been too bad. They have just been minor cramps while I'm sleeping, and I just held my leg and it would go away after a few seconds and it wasn't too bad. But the other day I had one that my whole leg cramped up and my foot locked up, and I was in bed and laying down and I was in so much pain and I had no idea what to do. I just held onto my leg. It was in my calf muscle, and it took a good minute to go away, and my leg was sore for days. I could barely walk on it. I was limping really badly the next day. My next symptom is sore breasts. This symptom went away for the majority of the third trimester, but it seems to have come back in the last week. And I think I know the reason that it has come back, and I will go into that a little bit later in the video. My next symptom is sciatic back pain. I've mentioned this symptom a few times, and like I said in previous videos, it was mostly just in my lower back and sometimes in my bum and my lower leg, but it's developed to the point where my whole leg has shooting pain down it. And I'd heard and read online that that's what sciatic back pain feels like, and now I'm actually experiencing that, and it incapacitates me basically every time it happens. I basically curl up into a ball every time it happens. I don't know how to explain it, it's just really painful. My next symptom is Braxton Hicks contractions. As mentioned in my Did My Waters Just Break video, I was having regular contractions at the hospital, but I wasn't so much feeling any pain, so I'm feeling like they were probably Braxton Hicks contractions. I can feel them tighten, but there's not a whole lot of pain. In the last week, they've been getting a little bit more intense and a little bit more pressure I can feel, but not really pain. So they are still Braxton Hicks contractions, and sometimes they are pretty regular, which is really confusing to me, because I know that regular contractions are something that you're supposed to look out for labor, and so I'm not quite too sure how to differentiate those from labor contractions, although I'm sure I'll probably know the difference once I experience actual labor contractions. I hope so anyway. This week I've also had a bit of a sniffly nose, like a runny nose. I'm not too sure whether that's in relation to the pregnancy hormones or whether maybe I've just picked something up. It's just a runny nose. I don't have a sore throat or anything like that, but I'm not too sure. Okay, so that's it for my symptoms. Something new this week is I have begun hand expressing. When I had my lactation class, she suggested that at 37 weeks I start hand expressing colostrum and bring any supply that I may have to the hospital for when she's born. So I just hand express into a little cup that they gave me, and they also gave me some 3 milliliter syringes that I basically take the colostrum from the cup and I just suck it up into the syringe and then pop it in the freezer. Obviously I'm putting the syringe into a Ziploc bag and naming and dating and putting the time on the Ziploc bag as well, so that she has a little bit of colostrum in the first few days if she needs it. I'm not getting a whole lot. The first 2 days I got 6 mils, so 2 syringes. The third day I only got like half of a syringe. And the fourth day, which was yesterday, because I haven't been doing it every day, I got 1 full syringe, so 3 milliliters. I'm not too sure why that's the case, that it's different every day. Maybe it's how much I'm drinking or how much I'm eating, I'm not too sure. I know that the preparation for hand expressing colostrum can also affect it, like you're supposed to warm the breast up and then massage it properly, so maybe that's playing into it as well, I'm not too sure. I did post on a Facebook page, More Than Milk, which is Heidi Kim's breastfeeding page, and I asked a question about hand expressing colostrum, and there's a lot of mixed opinions on it. So I'm not too sure whether it's actually going to come in handy by doing this or not, but I guess it's better to do it and not need it than not do it and need it. Apparently it's very good for when baby gets sick as well. Another thing this week is I had another OB appointment. I'm up to weekly OB appointments now. And last week I got my test results back for thrush. I think that's what he tested for. I think that's the only thing he tested for, I'm not too sure. I mentioned that I had increased discharge and he did a swab and sent it off to the lab to get tested. And then when I was in hospital and he was checking me to see if my waters had broken, he mentioned that he thought he saw some thrush, and I said to him, oh, you've already tested me for that. I have an appointment with you today to get the results. And he was like, okay, I haven't looked at them yet, but when you come by my office, I'll let you know. So I went through to his office and the results came back negative. So as he saw when he was checking me for my waters being broken, he saw increased discharge as well, and I'm experiencing that, but there's no thrush, so that's good news. It could just be normal pregnancy discharge. He also gave me my blood results back because he tested for iron and antibodies, and my antibodies were fine, but my iron, he said, was on the low side. So he's asked me to go on an iron supplement on top of my prenatal vitamins. So I'm now taking iron plus vitamin C, which is what he requested that I do, just to hopefully keep my iron levels at a good level. At this point in my pregnancy, I'm obviously getting pretty close to her due date. She's due in under 2 weeks now, or maybe just on 2 weeks. So I will more than likely be able to update on Instagram before I'm able to update on YouTube. I more than likely won't be able to update on YouTube until I actually get home from the hospital, unless I can somehow get my laptop to the hospital, but it's going to be pretty hectic at the hospital anyway, because that's when all our family is going to be meeting her. But I definitely will be doing a birth announcement on Instagram before I put one up on YouTube. So if you would like to see baby girl when she's born and see the announcement pretty close to her birth, then go follow me on Instagram. I will link it down below and also put it on the screen somewhere. That way you get more regular updates once she's here. Okay guys, I'll go ahead and show you my 38-week bump. That was my 38-week bump date. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, you can subscribe below if you would like to follow our journey, and I will talk to you later. Bye!